Hollywood drama moves faster than you can say. Oscar buzz. And honey, today's headline? Blake Lively, one of Hollywood's biggest stars, might be facing up to 5 years in prison. Because when a simple lawsuit isn't messy enough, why not add the possibility of jail time? So grab your popcorn, and I mean the fancy kind, hand-popped by someone with a serious title, because this mess is more twisted than the very movie at the center of it all. Let's rewind. Remember the excitement when It Ends With Us, the best-selling book that had readers in tears, was announced as a movie? Fans were absolutely losing it. This book had been on the shelves for ages, tugging at heartstrings and making readers ugly cry over the heartbreak and emotional journey of its characters. The kind of book you read, get your heart broken, and then stare at the ceiling, wondering how something so beautiful could hurt so much. It was the perfect candidate for a big-screen adaptation, and Hollywood was ready to deliver. Enter Justin Baldoni, the director known for his emotional masterpieces. This guy knew how to pull at the heartstrings, creating films that left audiences in puddles of tears. He seemed like the perfect choice to bring such a beloved novel to life. And then, of course, came the casting news. Blake Lively, the queen of sharp wit and emotional depth, was cast as the lead. She was no stranger to playing complex characters, and fans were beyond excited to see what magic she would bring to the screen. Hollywood perfection, or so we thought. But like all Hollywood tales, when the camera started rolling, bam, the drama hit. Word on the street was that Lively had a vision. She wanted to sprinkle some of her signature humor into the story. After all, she's known for her quick wit and snarky one-liners. But Baldoni wasn't having it. He had a very specific vision for It Ends With Us, a gut-wrenching, tear-jerking story that was meant to hit hard emotionally. And he wasn't about to let the tone get derailed by comedy. At first, it seemed like a typical creative difference, the kind of thing you'd expect from any film set. But then, oh honey, things started to get a little more complicated. The wardrobe drama started to creep in. Blake Lively is a fashion icon. She's known for turning every red carpet into her personal runway, serving looks that make you wonder if she's secretly a fairy godmother with access to all the top designers. But her wardrobe choices for It Ends With Us raised eyebrows. It wasn't just about the clothes, no. It was about whether those clothes were overshadowing the emotional heart of the story. Fans began to question if the glitzy outfits were taking away from the rawness and authenticity of the book. Lively's sense of style was so strong that it felt like she was turning a heartbreaking drama into a fashion-forward spectacle. Baldoni reportedly pushed back, insisting the story needed to be grounded in its emotional reality, not distracted by expensive gowns and jaw-dropping outfits. Fans began to feel like they were watching a rom-com in the making rather than the gut-wrenching drama they'd signed up for. But wait, there's more. As the on-set tension grew, word started to spread about Lively's involvement in the creative direction. Some insiders whispered that Blake was pushing for comedic moments, rewriting lines, and injecting her own vision into the script. Baldoni wasn't just concerned about the wardrobe, now he was worried about the entire tone of the movie being hijacked. It became clear that this wasn't just a creative disagreement. No, this was full-blown drama. And then came the real bombshell. Baldoni slapped Lively with a $400 million defamation lawsuit. Yes, you heard that right, $400 million.
Why?
He claims Lively publicly painted him as a tyrant who shut her out of big decisions, all while secretly driving the creative changes behind the scenes. In other words, he was accusing Lively of misleading the public and making him out to be the bad guy in this whole ordeal. But let's pause for a second. This isn't your average Hollywood drama. Oh no, this is a defamation lawsuit that's got the kind of number attached to it that would make any Hollywood agent sweat. Baldoni's claim? Lively had apparently made him look like a controlling director who didn't let her have any input on the film, while the truth was that she'd been pushing for those comedic rewrites all along. Was Lively truly just a star who felt sidelined? Or was she the one pulling the strings behind the scenes? Now that's where it gets interesting. If you thought this was just a he said, she said situation, think again. Because in Hollywood, nothing is ever that simple. Not when millions of dollars, big-name stars, and juicy tabloid stories are at stake. The public got its hands on all the gossip, and it didn't take long for fans to start picking sides. Was Lively the victim here, or was she the mastermind behind all the comedy and glitz that were starting to taint the project's original tone? But wait, there's even more drama. Insiders started whispering that Lively might have misrepresented, or even fabricated, some of the evidence she'd presented. Text messages, meeting transcripts, and even some shady videos allegedly came to light, directly contradicting what Lively had been saying about her involvement in the comedic changes. If these leaks were true, it could mean trouble for Blake Lively, because falsifying evidence under oath could lead to some serious legal consequences. And baby, that's where the real shocker comes in: prison time. That's right. Some legal experts are saying Lively could face up to 5 years in prison if it's proven that she lied under oath or misrepresented facts. And suddenly, this Hollywood debacle feels more like a thriller than a movie set. As if that wasn't enough, rumors started to swirl that Lively's husband, none other than Ryan Reynolds, might have been involved in the comedy aspect of the film. Because when you're married to Deadpool, you've got to know a thing or two about humor, right? And if you're trying to keep the audience from sobbing their eyes out, maybe you'd want a little snark and wit to balance out all that heartbreak. But the moment the fans started side-eyeing the comedic direction of the film, those Ryan Reynolds rumors, poof, they were gone. Lively allegedly tried to distance herself from any comedic influence, claiming that she was never on board with the humor from the start. Some insiders think she was trying to rewrite history, but in the age of social media, those private conversations can come back to bite you. Leaks started popping up, and every time one surfaced, it felt like another twist in this chaotic drama. Now, here's where it gets even more complicated. According to Baldoni's camp, Lively was the one picking out those comedic beats and helping to create the flashy wardrobe. But when the negative press hit, Lively supposedly backpedaled, claiming that she was forced into the whole situation. Was she really overwhelmed by the comedy and the high fashion? Or was she the one behind it all, and now she's just trying to save face? Meanwhile, the legal drama is reaching new heights. The defamation lawsuit isn't just about bruised egos and hurt feelings. It's about serious money, serious stakes, and the kind of Hollywood spectacle that makes tabloids explode. But now, the talk of perjury is starting to take center stage. If Lively is found guilty of lying under oath, it could land her behind bars for up to 5 years. Some say this is just a scare tactic, throwing out the possibility of jail time to force a settlement. But the rumor mill is buzzing, and the more leaks that surface, the more it feels like this whole thing could get way worse before it gets better. So, where does that leave it ends with us? Stuck in Hollywood limbo, naturally. Investors aren't exactly jumping to sink more money into a project surrounded by legal chaos. Marketing teams can't roll out the killer promo they'd planned when the story is all about potential prison time and courtroom drama. The real question is, can this film even be saved? Or will it be remembered as the movie that was overshadowed by lawsuits, defamation, and felony charges? Fans of the book are torn. On one hand, they want to see the adaptation they've been dreaming about. On the other, they're secretly obsessed with the messy drama that's unfolding in real time. The book It Ends With Us was supposed to be a powerful, emotional story about healing and growth, but now it feels like the real story is all about who's suing who and who's going to end up in prison. Hollywood has a way of turning any story into a circus, but this is next level. We've got defamation lawsuits, potentially fabricated evidence, and the very real possibility that Blake Lively might end up behind bars. The movie, at this point, is just a footnote in this whirlwind of drama. One day we'll get the adaptation, but first, we're all watching this real-life soap opera play out in front of our eyes. The truth? Hollywood loves drama, and it doesn't get any juicier than this.